شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. قال الله تعالى بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإن تعدوا نعمة الله لا تحصوها. صدق الله تعالى. Respected Muslim brethren, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed upon us enormous blessings. And in reality, we, the human, is so weak. We don't really understand the value of blessings until those blessings are taken away from us. We take so many blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for granted. Security is a blessing from Allah. To live in a country or island where you have favorable conditions is a ni'mat from Allah. To be saved from disasters is a ni'mat from Allah. To have tranquility and peace is a ni'mat from Allah. For your family to be able to sleep at rest is a ni'mat from Allah. To be able to have food is a ni'mat from Allah. To be able to have water is a ni'mat from Allah. And when we went to Jamaica, we understood the ni'mat of electricity. Someone like me who is so weak, without a fan, can't sleep. And there's no fan, mosquitoes are in. Then you realize, subhanAllah, how many times you use the ni'mat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you didn't realize the value of those times. Alhamdulillah, we were approximately 8, mostly students from our madrasa, and we made our Jamaat go to Jamaica. We had two main objectives of going to Jamaica, two main objectives, and also some other small causes and different needs of going there. Our main objective of going to Jamaica, those brothers who, mashallah, including myself, we have been going through the islands. And we go to Jamaat, mashallah, and we spend some time in Jamaat in these islands. We realize that, subhanAllah, that through the effort of Dawah of Tabligh, enthusiasm has been created in these islands. There's a lot of enthusiasm. And through the effort, a thirst has been created that the communities want deen in their life. And in reality, they know the benefit of deen. Because if deen is in their life and deen is in their progeny life, then you will see that those children will become a ni'mat unless. Otherwise, if deen is not in the lives of our youth and generation, that same youth which is supposed to be a ni'mat, they become a means and a source of takalif, hardship. As we have traveled throughout the islands over the years, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, thirst has been created in communities. But I'd like to pose a question. My intention is not in any way to pull down any country, any island, any place. If I was to ask you, out of your experience in the islands of the Caribbean, which islands would you single out that the masses, the community, you can see identity of Iman and Islam in their lives? In the masses, I'm not talking about selective, collective. If you were to ask me, I single out two islands. I single out Barbados and I single out Grenada. Barbados and Grenada. If you look at what has been the feature that has been the feature that has given identity of Iman and Islam in their masses, is two main efforts. The force of Dawah al-Tabligh in these islands, and along with the effort of Dawah al-Tabligh, the strong foundation of the Makatib. The Makatib is very, very strong in these two islands. So you see that after those brothers who have spent time in the path of Allah, who have gone in the sohbat of our mashayikh and ulama, and have gone into the kankas, when the talab and the thirst of deen has come into them, that deen has filtered into their progeny. Why? Allah has given in these two islands a very strong maktab system. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through that maktab is preserving deen in our generations. In our generations. So, when we went to Jamaica, and we've been going for the last couple of years very often. Because in Jamaica is a similar scenario. MashaAllah, there are few brothers who have mashallah taken up the effort of Dawah al-Tabligh very seriously in that island. And you would see, because they have taken the effort seriously, in their individual life, you're seeing sunnah in their life. And when you see establishment of salah, mashallah, these brothers who are paban on their amal of tabligh, one feature you're seeing that they are paban on their salah as well. But what we have been seeing in their progeny, their children and their grandchildren, that identity which is supposed to be, we're not seeing. And the reason there's no established maktabs in these islands. So our attention went to Jamaica in one village called Saheb. Why did we choose that village? For a number of reasons. One, mashallah, we have one student who graduated, who came through our system here in Barbados and also eventually went to Trinidad. He's an alim from that village, mashallah. And he being from that village, we also always have the insight that one day, inshallah, he will be able to establish a maktab in that village. And another thing is, that village is a mixture of brothers from the UP area and from the local area. And they live like how, you know, you have the villages in India, Gam, they're just like that. All live clustered together. About 25 Muslim homes in those two villages. Very close to the masjid. So we picked that village because we realized the dynamics to do effort is going to be easier. You don't need no big transport. Just stay in the village to reach out to them will be very, very easy. And because, mashallah, we have, as I mentioned, Maulana Saheb who came through our system, and we have one other Maulana Ayub, which came through our system to help us there in Jamaica. Our hopes was that whoever we send to lay a foundation, subhanAllah, you know, after we were about to send one of the scholars from here, I find it is a question. This is Maulana, you're sending Gujarati alim. Does he have the stamina to endure in those places? Fine, it is a substantial, maybe it is a question that you're worth substance in. But to think about it, in reality, we just want someone to establish the foundation. The foundation is laid in that village. Alhamdulillah, with Sayyid, Allah has taken effort from him. We have every year, alhamdulillah, new Muslims who are graduating here. Now the question is, after we have graduated, after we have sent them in Jamaat for maybe 1 year and 4 months, after that, what's next? Do we just send them back to their communities, they get mixed up in the environment, and that 6 years of knowledge they gain, which is a amana, they lose it. So our insight always, and our Hafizahullah insight was that there should be 2 places. Panama should look after South America, and Barbados should be the center of looking after the Caribbean. I can remember very clearly, myself, my Greek sir, when we had finished our 1 year, Hafizahullah called us, and he said, you're going back to Barbados. And he gave us 2 main advice. I still remember that advice. He said, be punctual on the amals of Dawat Tabligh. And along with the amals of Tabligh, we want you to establish deen in these islands. And to establish deen in these islands, he singled out two efforts. He said one is those students who have the capacity, you bring them into your island to do two courses. One is a full alim course and one is an imamate course for 1 year. And then you give them a training. After the training, you send them back with the mizaj of dawah in those islands to establish the maktab. Hafizahullah emphasized the maktab, to emphasize the maktab in those islands. And then he said, eventually, those students who you're producing, send them back to those islands with the mizaj of dawah, and so that they will become establishing makatibs in all these islands. And he mentioned to us that deen will filter into all the awam. Deen will filter into the awam. So, our outlook for that Saheb, that village, is that a maktab needs to be established there. It's a starting point for the island. If inshallah, with the resources we have here in Barbados, the brothers who can, inshallah, assist us. This is not a one-man's job, believe me. It's not a one-man's job. To establish the efforts of being in that village is a community effort. And the capacity is not in these brothers in the islands. They're poor people. They live day to day. They live day to day. Before the hurricane, believe me, they were living day to day. And now when the hurricane is, you know what we said? Another relief effort went at the beginning. Think about it. These brothers received one bag of groceries. One bag of groceries. How long will one bag of groceries last them? Relief effort was done at the beginning. If this relief effort doesn't carry on, reality starvation occurs. We don't know what starvation is. Ask these brothers. We were listening to the Karguzari of these brothers. These brothers go around and beg for fruit. This is what they live on. Where after the hurricane, many of the businesses went standstill. We went to a place called Black River. The courts of Black River collapsed. The whole building collapsed. All the workers are laid off. There's no business. A church opposite 200 years old, that whole church collapsed. When we entered there, it was like a war zone in Black River. Nothing. No inhabitants. Brothers on the streets just playing their dominoes. That's all they're doing. They have no homes. The hospital, the roof was severely damaged, overcrowded. My dear brothers, you only understand and value the ni'mat of Allah when you see the desperation of people. Desperation of people. There's one brother in that village, Saheb, right now he's staying in the masjid. He's been in and out of hospital. SubhanAllah, he's just grabbing anything because he wants to feed himself and his family. He begged us for a job. Begged us. Let me cut the grass. Give me something that I can feed my family. There's nothing. There's nothing for these brothers. There's one alim, his house is extensively damaged. He says that, Maulana, for me to live in my house, we just cover up and rain wets our covering. He doesn't have a roof. The brother who's living in masjid said, Maulana, please ask the brothers of Barbados, build me a little shed to live in the shed. Just give me a shed. That's all he's asking for. A shed to live in to cover myself from the rain. My dear respected brothers, I plead to you brothers, along with the relief effort, subhanAllah, we made our Jama'ah. We understood that for favorable conditions to come to them, while in need of assisting them, really Allah is in control of conditions. And until we put the people attention to the masjid, and they don't turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, don't care what we do, the conditions are in the control of Allah. And we explained that to the village. We went to them and explained to them. But think about it. I thought about it. I would like you brothers to think about it. The condition of the masjid has been damaged in that village. At present, they are unable to pray their salah, not even Jummah in the masjid, because the roof, the cement is broken, the windows are damaged, the doors are damaged. My question, and I ask myself this question, I'm not only asking you, but I ask myself the question. If my house was in that condition, would I tolerate it, or would I exert it myself to make sure that masjid comes in a presentable condition? This is the house of Allah. This is the house of Allah. I remember in Dominica, when the hurricane passed and it damaged that masjid. Because we were neglectful, not only Barbados, all of us, the Caribbean was neglectful at that time. The masjid wasn't repaired fast enough. I've witnessed my own eyes. My Jamaat went there was prostitutes in that masjid. Prostitutes. Allah sent one Pakistani brother. He was residing in an apartment just next to the masjid. One day he came in anger. He dumped all their sleeping bags and he threw them out. He said, "Would you do this to the church? Would you do this to the church?" Allah used him to clear out that masjid. And alhamdulillah, then repairs was done to the masjid. My thing is, if the masjid is not occupied, then those people who are not supposed to be occupying the masjid, they occupy it. So please, you brothers, we had a quotation done for 20,000 US to repair the masjid. This is manageable by our community. With the right supervision, inshallah, yes, we understand. We're going to say, okay, Maulana, you're saying 20,000 US. Who's going to supervise? Valid. We are willing to, inshallah, in Easter to go up, spend some time. We have already pinpointed one contractor, mashallah. He's a very reliable contractor, a Muslim brother. He has been helping over the years with repairs of the Masjid Billah. He says, no, I have to take some. I've been contributing. This time I need to take something in repairs of the masjid. He's given us a quotation of 20,000 US. My thing is, inshallah, if we repair that masjid, madrasa, which we want to start, maktab, which was donated in Hafizahallah's time. Mashallah, the house is still in good condition. The plumbing needs to be redone and a few cupboards. Inshallah, if the madrasa is done to a little standard, the masjid is done, mashallah, we have one alim and his wife willing to go and lay the foundation. Inshallah, all he needs to do is lay a foundation. Next year, we have one alim right now under training. He graduated from Guyana, Maulana Abdul Malik. He's married. Right now, he's becoming a Hafiz and he's going through training. We are teaching him how to teach the maktab system correctly and how to deal with the new Muslims correctly. A training is necessary. So there everybody's been asking, I don't know why you've kept them, why you don't send him off. No, we're putting him through a training so that he does his job efficiently. Next year, we have two twins who are graduating from Guyana. And these two boys are enthusiastic, believe me. When they came, they didn't even know Alif Bata. Now, both are doing hits along with the alim course. Last year, one of them came first in his class. We have Gujarati brothers in that class. They beat them. They beat our Gujarati brothers. Allah's showing you. Those who we think that they are behind because of their thirst and talab, when they come in the field, Allah can show us that we who are in the field for our whole life, the new ones can come and surpass us. Allah can take His effort and gain from anyone. Allah is not in need of anyone. He's not in need of me, and He's not in need of any of us. Allah can take His deen from whoever He wishes. It's Allah's fadl if we are utilized. It's not the ihsan of us on anyone. If Allah used $1 of ours for His deen, it's the ihsan that Allah has given us tawfiq that we use that dollar correctly. So regarding this respected gathering, I plead to you brothers. Okay. I plead to you brothers. We want to get this project off the ground. The madrasa project, alhamdulillah, will raise half the money. Okay? We need about another 25,000 Barbados dollars to get this madrasa project off the ground. For the repairs in masjid, 20,000 US. Okay? The madrasa, maybe about 5 to 10,000 Barbados between you to get the madrasa in a decent condition. Okay? So 25,000, 40,000, that's 65, another 5, about 75,000 Barbados dollars inshallah, we will get in touch. Maulana is ready. Maulana is ready to go. Even if Maulana comes back, brothers have been asking, so if Maulana can't handle it, he can't come back. Inshallah, the students who are graduating every year, our plan is to filter them into the Karguzari. So your investment is not going to go to waste. We invest for Allah's sake with positiveness, with good intention. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who will run these institutions. Nobody can run any institution. Nobody can run any dini effort. It's Allah who looks after our dini institutions. It's Allah who looks after our dini efforts. So I plead to you, brothers, please, let us start with one maktab in Jamaica. Inshallah, let us establish the maktab there, and let Barbados be an investment to establish the maktabs in these islands. We have students producing now. Now is the resources Allah has given us, that we use those resources now to help establish the maktabs in these islands. Then inshallah you'll see the force. Along with the effort of Dawat of Tabligh, when the maktab is going on, you'll see a deen established in these islands. It will be established inshallah. Now we see in Turs, as I said, Turs is created. Alhamdulillah, when we went to the village in South Damar, we had we wanted to achieve something, that we do a survey in the entire village. How many adult males, how many adult females, and how many children. Alhamdulillah, the relief effort was a good excuse for us to finish that survey. Alhamdulillah, Allah using our youth as well. This Jamaat was very young. This Jamaat was between 18 and 25, most. MashaAllah, Fahim Jada, he was the one who did the whole survey of the whole village. How many adult males, how many adult females, how many children. Let our youth be utilized. If we support them, believe me, our youth is going to come forward. Our youth is going to come forward. The madrasa had a massive tree dropped on the roof. Who removed the tree? Two of our community. Hafizahullah told here, Maulana Abbas' son, mashallah, he took the saw and he cut it into small pieces. And Hafiz Muhammad Jani. These two, they worked the whole day from Fajr right down. They prayed the Salah, the whole day they worked, cut the tree down, put everything one side. Our youth is willing to do effort, brothers. Believe me, they are willing. We show them that we are supporting what they are doing. This project is the forefront of the youth. My name is only there, I'm 50 something. But it's the youth who's doing all the effort. They are the ones who were the energies. Let us support them, give them enthusiasm, give them that support, so inshallah we will utilize the energies for Allah's deen. So, my expected gathering, alhamdulillah, we did that relief effort in both village, Muslim and non-Muslim. Fine, at the end, we had a few packages, but desperation. I told them, brothers, there's nothing to get overexcited. Brothers wanted out of desperation, so some packages went missing because it's desperation. What are you going to do? If you don't have food to feed your family, you're not going to produce enough packages, they're going to come and take the packages. It's desperation. So, inshallah, we're planning to go back up in Easter. Maulana himself is going back up in Ramadan now to do Tarawih, inshallah, if everything goes well. He wants to do Tarawih. Maybe one student will send with him to do Tarawih in the village. The light has come on in all the main roads. The village is yet to get electricity. They're expecting within 1 or 2 weeks the electricity will come back on in the village. So inshallah, Tarawih will go on, inshallah. After Ramadan, Maulana wants to go up and start the maktab. But it all depends on our finance. We have to be practical. We're not going to send Maulana until we have reached that level of finance. We need to be practical. What is the expense of the finance of the project? And we have to have that finance to get the project off the ground. So I plead to you, brothers, please. We are just there to help support this venture, inshallah. It is going to be an investment from the community of Barbados. And then inshallah, all these students who we are producing now, inshallah, is going to give them that opportunity, inshallah, to be spread into the islands, to start the makatib in these islands, inshallah. And there's a lot of desperation still, as I told you. The shed that one brother is asking for, the Muslim brother, he's eligible for zakat. He has no place to live. He's asking, put a 10 by 10 shed for him that he could sleep in. Maulana, I told you, he doesn't have a roof. Rain is falling into his house. He's, all his contents are being. We went to one place, subhanAllah, I didn't even want to start with that because then the expense goes on. One brother in Black River, we went to visit him. He's been here, he studied here as well for 1 year, Brother Isa. When we were in Lakes, we call St. Leonard's, he studied under us for 1 year. We went to visit him, he lost everything. He was a taxi driver, he lost his car. His house, he doesn't have a place to live. We went to meet him, subhanAllah, we supported him a little, but he's in desperation as well. I didn't want to start from that angle, but then you're talking about thousands and thousands. We wanted to start with the village. Inshallah, let us concentrate on the village, start with any efforts in the village, and from there, inshallah, those brothers who are still in desperation, maybe then, inshallah, we will reach out to those brothers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the tawfiq to utilize our energies, our wealth, the merits Allah has given us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to use those merits for His deen. Our life is amanat, our time is amanat, our wealth is amanat, our energies is amanat. How can all these things be used for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?